Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you, beloved, are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is absolutely wonderful to be connected with you. Wonderful to say hi. Wonderful to be on together. I love, 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 love life giving communication, life giving engagement, life giving relationships. I don't want to do it any other way. And to the best of my ability, this is the only way I'm going to do it, right? To the best of my ability, when I find Letitia, hey girl, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. When I find myself doing it any other way, I'm shifting as soon as I can. As soon as I can, I am shifting because I'm going to tell you what I've discovered. Life is amazingly precious, wonderful, and it's something that I want to milk, maximize, get everything I can out of it. And I can't if I keep bumping into things relationally, right? If I keep, no, I can't. And so I'm going to try to figure it out, work it out, or out it or be out of it, right? Um, I'd rather figure it out and work it out. Judith, good morning, Judith. Good morning. I'd rather do that. But if I can't, peace, my peace is not up for grabs. Like it's not available for negotiation. It's not. I must be in peace with myself because if I can't, then I am if I can't be at peace with myself, then I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I don't choose trouble. I don't choose that. Not trouble with me, because I'm taking me everywhere I go. So I don't know. That just came up. That wasn't on the plans this morning. But good morning. So I love what I do. I love who I be. My doing comes from my being. So being, doing, and having. That's my order. If it costs me my peace, it's too darn expensive. Too expensive, girl. Too expensive. So I live. My endeavor is to live from the space of being, which feeds into my doing, which creates my having. Being, doing, and having in that order. And I definitely have had doing in front of being for many years. Um, and having was probably, always following doing, but doing was definitely in front of being for many of my years until I became aware of the cost of having doing in front of being. And then my effort is to endeavor to always have being first. Yeah. Oh my God, the life of being first. Oh, there are dividends that we can never get from the doing space. Hey, Brian, good morning. Happy New Year, sis. Happy New Year, Brian. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. So, yes, 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 and yes. We've been talking all week, although our titles have been about the opportunities, like unimaginable opportunities await us. Unimaginable opportunities are available to us. And again, appreciating the precious opportunities, it primes us for future ones. But y'all see on the end, I put lean into the dream because even though I've got these titles, our conversations this week have been much, much more about the dream that Papa has for us. The dream that that we are to lean into the dream that Papa has for us. And in my being a little consumed with the color purple, I have been watching Oprah more than I typically will. And it's been such a blessing because I have gotten her explanation of that notion of leaning into the dream. And that explanation is that once she discovered that the creator of the universe, that the creator, as she says, uh, has a dream for her, she just tossed her dream to the side and she was like, oh, I want the dream that he dreams for me. I want the dream that the creator dreams for me, that Papa dreams for me, that Elohim dreams for me. I don't want the dream that I dream for myself because my dream is limited. In comparison, my dream isn't even a drop in the sea of life, right? I can only dream to that which I can imagine. But he who created my imagination, oh, let me tap into what you dream for me. Let me connect to what your dream is for me. That's what I'm doing. I am endeavoring that this year, my life's goal this year, this is to fulfill the dream that the creator has dreamt for me. That's I'm leaning into the fulfillment of that. Everything that I do is towards the fulfillment of the dream that Papa has dreamt for me. Everything. So in order to do that, y'all, we got to get connected. We have to be aligned. We've got to know what the dream is. And you know it by what you receive. Like, hey, Erica, hey, honey bun, good morning. You know about what you receive. You know it by what you're drawn to. You know it by what you desire. You lean into the dream that the creator has dreamt for you. Like you already know what it is that you're called to do. Like what is the thing that lights your soul on fire? What is the thing that gives you significant joy? What are the ways that you serve others, that others come to you for? And for me, it's always life-giving conversations in some way or another. Look, let me just tell you this. If I get on a plane to travel home from Aruba, I am led, I got a nudge to change my flight in the morning. Now, it wasn't unusual for me to check to see if I can get close in first class or close to first class. That's not unusual. But I didn't want to be in the back, right? So I wanted to be in the front because I like to spread out because I'm going to do some work while I'm up there in the air. So I like to be able to get to my books and pull out my computer and, the more space, the better. And so, and I don't really have a problem with being close to people like that because I like people. And it's an opportunity to have a life-giving conversation. So it's not about the people, it's about the comfort or the space for me to be able to do what I want to do. And to be able to move freely, right? And not be worried about if I'm around people who might not want to be touched, right? So I'm led to move my seat up and ends up connecting with this beautiful woman I think she's from Pennsylvania. This beautiful woman who like I really got to connect with. And I'll make another connection with her. And she had just been led to change she just got on that flight that day. So it was, she was a stewardess. It was intended that we would connect and pretty much talk the whole flight, which is unheard of and unusual, right? So what's the point that I'm making? Like we don't ever know what Papa has in store for us, but we can know what is ours to do. And mine to do is life-giving conversations. That's why. So that's why I know there are things that I can't do, right? Like I have to be so careful what comes out of my mouth. I have to be equally, even more careful of what comes in here and what lands here, which means that which I consume has to be censored. I can't just consume anything, right? It's not my preference for one, but it doesn't serve my soul. It doesn't serve my soul. So for the dream that Papa has for me, what comes into, right, what I receive It can't be something that's heavy all the time. Virginia, good morning, my sister. Thank you for being here. Right? It can't be something that is dog eat dog and just negative and anti wellness. It can't be, because then it's going to rob too much of me. I'm going to forfeit too much by consuming that stuff. So I got to be careful what comes into my eyes. I got to be careful of what I hear. I've got to be careful of what I connect to. Sandra, Happy New Year, Sandra. Happy New Year and welcome. Happy New Year. I've got to be careful. Good morning. Good morning. Of what I allow. Ray, good morning. Happy New Year, Ray. I've got to be careful of what I allow. And the same for you. Depending on, you're welcome. Depending on how Papa has positioned you in life, there's some things that serve you well and some things that don't. Letitia said, indeed, we must learn to protect our eye gates and our ear gates. We must consume with our eyes and ears. What we consume with our eyes and ears can be detrimental to our being and to our service. Because all of us are here to serve others. We're all here to serve others. And so what we consume, what we take in can enhance us or can, limit us. It can further us or it can hinder us. And so we got to know what's ours to consume. And no judgment here, because other people can consume and have conversations that I simply cannot, because they're not called to be one that is designed to serve self-love, to serve from Luke 10:27. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength, and thy neighbor as thyself. Everyone's not called to do that. I am. And so since I'm called to have the anchor of loving myself well, I have to do the things to help me to love myself. Like, when I find that I have tripped over something, it's not making a mistake. I'm okay with making mistakes. But if I find that I have violated one of my values of love and transparency and honor and peace, I'm trying to think of my top ones, certainly relationships, that I violated them in some way. It's not an easy ride, y'all. That ain't an easy ride, because girl, what you doing? Now, I don't beat myself up, but I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to hold me accountable. Yes, yes, yes. You better believe it. And so I don't like that. I don't like it. And so I work really, really hard to not find myself in violation of those things. And what I know, if I violated it, I was functioning from some place of fear in order to get myself there. And I might not have even realized. And that's why self-reflection is so important. So, what's the dream that Papa has dreamt for you? What is the dream that Papa has dreamt for you? And what commitment are you making to lean into that dream? Look, beloved, only you can fulfill the dream. Nobody can fulfill the dream that Papa's dreamt for you. Nobody even knows the dream that he's dreamt for you. Not really. Because we can think we know it, but my dream that Papa dreams for me, it evolves every time. What energy drink you've been drinking? Also, Happy New Year. Hey, Frank, welcome, welcome. Jesus Juice. Jesus Juice, the energy drink. Love of life, loving life. That's my energy. I love this life of mine. I do. So that gives me energy to go and do and be and all of those kinds of things. Welcome. So good to see you. So appreciating, like making sure that we leverage these opportunities. What opportunities await you? What opportunities do you want? What opportunities will you make? And will you commit, beloved, to take advantage of the opportunities that you won't hesitate this year? You won't hesitate. Like, you don't have to have the answer. The how is none of our business. We just need to know that we're in action, that we're moving towards the dream that Papa God has dreamed for us, that you make yourself available. You have a dream, you have a desire, and you don't know how. So what? Be in action. Move on what you know. Take the first step. And just like in the Raiders of the Lost Ark, you know how when Harrison Ford had to step out into this abyss, it wasn't until he stepped that the step came up under him. Took the next step and the step came up under him. Same for you. There's this thing called faith. It's a thing called faith. You got to trust trust your knower. Trust that you know what you know. Good morning, Bernadette. Welcome. So good to see you, my dear. Welcome, welcome. So look, I'm inviting you to lean into the dream that the Creator has dreamt for you. Take some time this week, beloved, the first week of the year, and connect with Papa and just feel like, okay, give me the dream. Like, give me the dream. Like, I set in this space, everything off except my diffuser, essential oils. And I sat and this year I decided not to time it. I'll just stay in that space until I come out of it and just receive the downloads. Just receive the downloads from Papa. What's your 2024 dream for me? What is your 2024 dream for me? Whatever that is, that's what I want it to be. Whatever that is, that's where I'm going to focus. That's where I'm going to give my energy. And that's where I'm going to serve from the 2024 dream. So, but there's a secret tool, appreciation, gratitude for our previous opportunities, for the previous things. So when you think about 2023, what can you anchor on that you are grateful for? What can you anchor on? I can anchor on that we did this thing right here. This 5 a.m., we did it all year long. We had no big gaps. We had maybe a day or two here or there, but no matter where I traveled, and y'all know I traveled a lot last year. I think I did 14 trips last year. That this is what Papa has called me to do, and that you're doing it with me. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you. That the third time this week that you've mentioned the word trust. Indeed, we must trust God, knowing He is working everything for our good. Amen. I didn't even realize it. Letitia, I didn't realize it. But yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, trust that your journey is your journey and that is yours to walk it out, and that things are working out for our good, for our good. Things are working. It's work. It might not feel like it. It might not sound like it, but feelings are not facts, beloved. Feelings are feelings, and they are determined by external and internal reaction to the external atmospheres and the internal whatever. But look, trust that is working out. You might not see it, you might not know it, you might not have the next step, but show up knowing that it's going to come. I, without a doubt, know that what I intend for 2024 is already manifested, because Papa would not have put it in my soul if it was not for me to have, right? He would not have dropped it in my soul if it was not for me to have. You're right. Feelings are not facts, and they are not permanent, right? They are not facts, and they are not permanent. They do give us information and feed us information, but Andrea. Hey, girl. Hey. Happy New Year. Welcome, Andrea. Welcome. Yes. Good morning. So they are not facts and they are not permanent. And whatever it is that Papa is giving you to do, look, let's take some time. Let's lean into the dream. Let's get clarity on a dream and appreciate our previous opportunities because it prepares us for our future ones. We can't lament about I didn't do this didn't happen, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. You're just going to get more of that. You're just going to get more of that. But if you can look back on 2023 and you can say, you know what? I can appreciate this. I was just doing my list of things that I appreciate that I accomplished in 2023. And I'll spend the rest of my day doing that. I'm inviting you to do the same. What are things you either appreciate or that you accomplished from 2023? I'm sure that there are lots of things that we don't appreciate, that we don't want to remember, we don't want to think about. I know. Let's not think about those. Let's not focus our energy there. Let's focus on, because we in 2024. And if you're going to leverage it, if you're going to maximize it, then you've got to shift your thinking, beloved. As we think, so are we. What say you? Who do you want to be? Choose your thinking based upon who you want to be, how you want this year to go. I'm not saying it's easy. I am saying it's necessary for you to choose wisely what you meditate on. Okay? All right, beloved, I love you. I really do. I appreciate you. I value you. At the moment, thank you for being on this morning. Thank you for your engagement. For those who will be on live, I love it. For those who will hashtag it and replay it, yes. For those who will be on, I don't know you on, I might not never know you on. Everybody do what works for us. I love that. Choice is what matters to me. And for those of you who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage me, because, sometimes this 540 comes kind of early. I'm grateful for the role. I'm grateful for you being used by Papa. Choosing your thinking based on where you want to be. Yes, and yes. Okay? All right, beloved. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You're welcome, Sandra. You're welcome. You are amazing beyond your beliefs. Tomorrow, we will be live at WHPR TV from 11:30 until noon. We will be live from 11:30 until noon tomorrow. So be sure to be on. Be sure to tune in. And if you tune in, call in. Because we last week, I think we had several callers. I think it was last week. A week before last, when Miss Erica was on, we had several callers. And Malia, good morning. Good morning. So great to see you this morning. Welcome. And Happy New Year, Malia. Happy New Year. So good to see you on. So yes, be sure to tune in tomorrow from 11:30 to noon. I would love to have a life-giving conversation with you. I love you. Have an amazing day. See you tomorrow at 5:40, at 11:30, or whenever I'm prompted to come on and have a life-giving conversation. Spread the love, y'all. Spread the love. Blessings to you too.